Hello and welcome to Green and Gold Radio. I'm your host, William Plavin Masters, and welcome to the Season 1 finale of Green and Gold Radio. To commemorate this great event, I've got my co-host on, Mr. Barrett.
What's going on, Eagle Nation?
And I've got the OG co-host on, Gardiah Johnson, back in the room for the first time in a year. How are we feeling, Gardiah?
I am so happy to be back at St. Elwes, man. I'm not here, permanently, but it's just great to be back in this building. I love this space.
Dude, this has been a crazy year.
Definitely.
To start this off, I remember the day that we all went remote for COVID. And this isn't going to be a normal Green and Gold Radio episode. This is just going to be a reminiscent episode of the past year, This is going to be kind of like COVID, the man, the myth, the disaster. That's the title. The man, the myth, the disaster. I'm sticking with it. Like that. So I remember the day that we went remote so vividly. We were in Mr. Flannery's gym class right after Spanish class, right after Miss Martinez's Spanish class. I walked down to gym class, Flannery. We had a great game. You got bodied by Chance Robinson.
Yes.
You got put on the floor, and I was unathletic as usual. And we were tying up our shoes, and Mr. McKenna came over the loudspeaker, and he was like, "Hey, everybody, we are going to get 2 weeks off because of COVID, and then we're going to be back, and we're going to be kicking, and we're going to have a great year, no masks. It's going to be awesome."
Was that the initial announcement?
The initial announcement was we get 2 weeks off for just to kind of stunt the stop of it. No, and then like a few days into those 2 weeks, it was announced, "Hey, we're going remote."
Like 2 days in?
Yeah.
3 days in? Man.
If not like later that day.
Oh, because I think it was later that day because Governor DeWine came out and said, yeah, geez.
Yeah, so, I mean, it was probably preemptive 2 weeks just for you guys to plan. They probably already knew that.
Yeah.
But I remember it because me and you, we looked at each other in that locker room, and we were like, oh, bleep. This is not good. This is not good. We had that same look on our face, like, this is not going to end well. This is not 2 weeks off. This is the end, if you will.
The end of our school year. Honestly, if I'm going to be honest, I really thought, okay, it's going to be like a month, maybe like a month and a half.
Yeah.
I never thought COVID would turn out to be what it is now.
Dude. Complete blindside.
We're beyond a year. And Gardiah, what a difficult situation to be in. Because, I don't know if you knew what your sophomore year was going to look like at that point.
I had no idea.
But, dude, to think back and look, like, I already had my last day at this school not knowing it.
Yeah, I really wish
I feel for guys in that situation.
I just really wish I could have enjoyed more of St. Edward's. Like, it was a really bad position. I think about that a lot, actually. Like, wow, I had, the rest of my freshman year, figured things out, maybe got another scholarship, but it got cut short.
Ay, caramba. Life-changing.
Very
but
life-changing.
you might be, you're here back today, so.
Yes, sir.
And you might be back permanently.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
That's a thrill.
We're going to have to put in a good word, twist some arms.
Yeah. This could be my last episode if Gardiah's been. I'm just kidding.
Nah.
But we got the OG co-host
my
in here
Lord,
today.
yes.
I might get the boot.
No.
Maybe. I'm going to start signing autographs.
Yes. Start signing autographs.
There's a line outside for all of our listeners.
Yeah, there's a line of freshmen, dubious freshmen, just standing outside the door.
How are the freshmen this year?
They range. They definitely range. They definitely range. I know some really nice freshmen. I know. Like Josh, I had him on the podcast earlier.
Josh
this
Hayden,
season.
great K.
Awesome what a
guy.
legend! What a legend! The Armstrong twins.
Oh yeah,
awesome dudes.
They're incredible.
And then you've got the every class has them. The reckless freshmen, the freshmen that tear up the school and are just absolutely insane, and there's no stopping them whatsoever.
Yeah, they shall remain unnamed.
Yeah,
but they are out there.
They are out there.
I usually like those type of freshmen.
Yeah,
I like that energy.
Yeah, I remember as that interview system freshman year. We all gotta remember that.
Oh yeah. We were talking about that.
So before
I've never seen the video, so I don't know anything.
I
just
saw
know it
2
happened.
seconds of that video, and I was like, nah,
We
I'm not
out.
watching the rest of this. Plausible deniability, ladies and gentlemen. Remember that phrase. So before COVID, that was the craziest year in Ed's history. Like, you can count COVID out. That was the craziest year in Ed's history.
Oh my gosh! Yeah.
In recent memory. So let's do a recap. Let's get into this. Let's dive in. We've got the 2 wrestling coaches, and we've got a bomb threat. The bomb threat was the single most crazy thing that I think has ever happened in my school experience.
Yeah.
I can remember, like, I was in Miss D'Angelo's math class, and it was just like, oh, shoot, someone's got a gun. And only later did we find out what it actually was. But it was just interesting because I was in a math class with a whole bunch of other athletes. Well, not other athletes. I'm not an athlete. I'm probably the most unathletic kid in the class. But with
true.
a bunch of athletes, and they were just, I don't know why, but they thought that fists could go up against an AK-47. So they were already at the door
My
to
gosh.
stop the school shooter. But it was just, it was interesting because we went to the chapel and cheering broke out.
I remember that.
Dude.
That is the maddest I've seen most of the teachers.
Yeah. That was
They were very upset at that.
Steamed.
that. I didn't actually, but there's that phenomenon where when you see red when you get angry, and
Yeah.
I mean I felt red. I didn't see red, but I got angry.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was wild.
Wild year, man. Wild year. And it's crazy because, like, the freshman class will never experience that. They'll never, well, they might because we're in America, but they might not.
Sure.
They will never know what that year of Ed's history is like. And that's just, that's wild. That's wild to me. So, let's talk COVID. Let's talk this year. Let's talk 2020 to 2021, possibly the craziest span of 1 to 2 years we have ever seen. This stuff is insane. So we've got global pandemic, and then June 1st, this upcoming summer, UFOs.
Oh yeah.
Excuse me?
Have
Gardiah,
you read
have you
up
heard
on-
about this?
I've seen one news story. Like, they were actually interviewing people who deal with this type of thing in the military. I am astounded.
Yeah.
I am shocked. It's but this causes me to think of, they're saying this stuff has been happening for a long time. So if we're just getting to know this information, imagine how many things the government knows that they've never told us or never disclosed to people.
Yeah.
It's just
Like, what are the 7 secret spices? I mean, they probably know.
they have to know.
They
have
have
to
to
know.
know.
They
Yeah.
have to know.
That's I mean it's fascinating. I mean I'm speechless.
Yeah.
We'll put it that way. I can't get my words out. But one thing I've thought of is that extraterrestrial life aside, these are UFOs. They're unidentified flying objects.
Yeah.
And they're in our airspace.
I mean, it was put very well in this news show I was watching the other day. Not as good as Green and Gold Radio, but it was a news show. And it was talking about what the classification is. And it's a piece of technology that, to our knowledge, is not man-made. That was the exact description that they gave. So, to our knowledge, if it's not man-made, excuse me?
Right. And have you guys seen those fly? Have you guys seen the footage from the naval plane?
Yes, the
I've
jelly
not
bean.
seen the footage.
Oh,
The Tic Tac or the jelly bean or whatever it's
Gardiah,
called.
you have to watch it tonight.
I will watch this tonight.
Dude.
Your mind will be blown.
It'll go up 100 feet and then it'll dive back and go around, and it's got
Yeah.
no sense of propulsion, and it's just a flying Tic Tac. It's crazy.
For
Yeah.
this type of section, I feel like we need someone like Coach Pappas.
Oh my God! Yes.
Yes. Coach
Oh,
Pappas on UFOs.
We're just gonna edit in Coach Pappas's tangent that he had freshman year about how
had
aliens
so
built the pyramid. He had so many. He had so many. Oh my God! What a goat though! Coach Pappas and his biology tangents freshman year.
Does he still teach biology?
Yes, he does. I saw him today actually. Dude, it's just the funniest dude. It was It was definitely one of my favorite classes, probably besides Mr. Barrett's, one of my favorite all-time classes.
You guys were in that class together, right?
Yes.
First semester? Yeah.
It's crazy. We had like all the classes together. We had what? Biology, gym, theology, English.
Yeah, we were in English together.
That's a ton.
Yeah. Oh, she used to get so mad at you, Dominic, and
Personally, me, I honestly, I tried my best. I tried my best to be well behaved.
Mm-hmm.
It was.
No, I remember. One time, the only reason me and you ever used to get in trouble in those classes was for laughing
Yes.
at the stupid stuff other people would do, because like you see those memes about like the people with like the bright red faces laughing, and it's just like you when you look at that one friend in class, and it's like like you can't stop. It's just like, oh, I remember this one time in Spanish class. It was the only time I ever had a teacher yell at me. And it wasn't Miss Martinez, surprisingly.
It wasn't.
It was
wow.
what's her name?
I need to hear this.
You got yelled at?
It was the Spanish teacher right next to Miss Martinez's class. Owen Sage jumped up on a chair. And the teacher asked why he was looking down at his crotch, right? Because that's a good response to someone down on their phone, you know, why are you looking down at your crotch? And he said, I'm itching my genitalia. He didn't say it like that.
God.
He didn't say it like that, but he said something along those lines. So
Stuff you shouldn't say to a teacher.
and he got up on a chair, stood up on a chair to say it, and the whole class went crazy. And I couldn't help but laugh.
There are certain students like that. There are certain students that they just do whatever that comes to them. Even online, when we first started doing it online, I thought that would change.
Dominic Panaguti
remember
signed in
the
shower.
Oh
In the
my God.
shower. How do you sign? Oh. And he said I didn't want to be late. That was his answer.
Yes. I
Jeez.
remember him.
Have you had a freshman done that? Have you had a freshman sign in the shower?
Nope.
Okay.
What was the craziest thing that ever happened to you online?
Oh,
Yes.
that's a great question. Let's see. I had a student play the trumpet toward the end of class.
Name him. Come on, let's hear the name.
I can't give him a name. Okay, Aiden Nowak.
Yes.
He broke out a trumpet toward the end of class and just started playing with his camera on, and it was much more like the visual of it than the sound of the trumpet. I don't even remember the sound of the trumpet, but just the sight of him just making eye contact with the camera, and he just had this smirk on his face that he knew what he was doing was funny, and
He definitely knew.
I think I kicked him out of the class, to be honest. I think I just removed him from the session. That was crazy. Yeah.
Yeah.
I had a student fall asleep this year while he was remote, and
That's tough.
yeah,
That's tough.
what like the real tough thing was that the class ended and we were in the next
Ooh.
class, and his camera was still on and he was just out cold.
Wow.
Like, hello, wake up.
Oh,
I
that's
woke up and
funny.
he was like, oh. I was like, hey, so you were asleep? He was like, no, I wasn't. I was like, you were asleep, and you should log into your next class now. See you, buddy. That was pretty crazy, but nothing like what I've heard today.
Yeah.
From you guys.
I remember just while we're thinking of funny interactions, I'm kind of liking where this is going. I remember this interaction I had with Mr. Krosniak, and it was we were talking about the seminar. We were not talking about a seminar. We were doing a seminar, and we were talking about morality and opinions on that. And I said, I feel very human saying this. Oh, did he have a field day with that quote?
Oh.
He from then on, he referred to me as either an alien or something not human, and has made reference to that. Like, this man has such a good memory.
Wow.
Mr. Krosniak.
Yes.
He uses things like that.
Yeah.
Like, there's so many things, like, in class where he would just grab them and run with them.
Yep.
Crazy.
Grab it and run.
Mr. Krosniak, he was the one who had the, like, foam sword, like,
Yeah,
All
living
those-
history.
living
Still
history.
has it, yeah.
I remember one day after lunch, I got curious and I walked on the field. And I was just watching, and all of a sudden, the GOAT himself, Gibby, just came up.
Oh,
slapped
yeah.
me,
Sir.
slapped me with the sword for no
That's
reason.
great.
Okay, Gibby is very talented at the Living History Club.
Mm-hmm.
It's a special gift. I've watched Living History before, and he looks like a warrior out there. But
He is a warrior.
he just got you. You were a non-combatant.
Yeah, I was just standing there watching.
whack.
And I just got whacked.
I have purposefully avoided doing living history because I haven't wanted to injure anybody since I'm trained in multiple forms of martial arts and like weapon combat. Because like, okay, so me and my a couple of my friends decided, hey, let's do this. Let's go beat up some nerds in the parks with foam swords because this will be fun. And like, I feel like I legitimately gave one of them a concussion that time.
With the foam sword.
Dude, like just right to the side of the head, and he was down and out. So
Dang.
yeah.
Wow.
Well, he wasn't very good. So like, you know.
You get what comes to you.
Yeah. So like we were saying before, UFOs, right? Aliens. So if aliens exist, what does that mean for the church?
Oh, wow. That's a great question.
I mean, like, this just came to mind while we were talking.
Yeah.
If aliens exist, what does that mean?
Question.
What does that mean?
Yeah, the first thing that comes to mind is the incarnation, the teaching and the dogmatic teaching that God takes on human flesh and makes God's dwelling among us in the human form of Jesus. And there are UFOs, if there are extraterrestrial drivers and pilots of those UFOs from different, not just planets, but solar systems, different galaxies, different universes? I don't know if it's a multiverse. What does that say about God? What does that say about us? What does that say about the incarnation? What does that say about the course and direction of human history on planet Earth? I have no answers. I have no idea. But I do think this. I believe in a God who is the God not just of my heart, not just of my church, but who is God of the universe. Pope Francis has this great quote: "There is no Catholic God, Jewish God, Muslim God, Baptist God, Episcopalian God. There is God." So, why not?
Yeah.
If we already believe that God is not a being, but being itself, not the top tier of existence, but what it means to exist, then God is present in all parts of the universe, not just this planet. So it's a head scratcher, man.
And we could definitely do like a whole episode on like all of the theories and stuff. How some people think that God is an alien, like maybe not omnipotent, but just highly technological and misinterpreted in its day, which is an interesting theory. But it's just all just so interesting. It's just interesting because, like, when you really think about it, there's gotta be other life out there.
Oh, yeah.
So, like, it's just interesting to see once we do find that other life, how the church will handle it, how our ideas of religion will evolve, how our ideas and conceptions of each other will evolve, and it'll be interesting.
We're discovering new life on planet Earth.
That's true. Yes.
It's very true. I think of things like the ocean, like how deep the ocean is, how many creatures are in the ocean we've never seen before, never even heard of their existence.
It's mind-blowing.
But recently, regarding the alien situation, I've heard pastors. Well, there's one pastor.
Oh, nice.
He brought up a point like I'd never thought of. So, if I'm gonna read Genesis 1 real quick. I'm gonna read the KJV version, if you don't mind. It just says, "In the beginning, God created the heaven and the earth. And the earth was without form and void, and darkness was upon the face of the deep. And the Spirit of God moved upon the face of the waters." And he said he could take that two ways. Either A, God made one heaven and one earth, or B, God made heaven and he just made, like, let's say, existence. Existence is the earth. Like how sometimes we call the ground the earth. Like he just made some form of place where someone could live. So he was thinking of the possibility that, like, maybe, they say God has like multiple kind of like not playgrounds, but if he made multiple galaxies, like think how big like the solar system is. Like what if God just had this planet here and he wanted to see what happened on this planet or this planet here and sees how like he could do this or how Jesus relates to these people, how Jesus relates to this different group. Like it's just.
And then if that's the case and there's life on those other planets, how cool would it be to compare creation stories?
Exactly.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's definitely something to think about and to contemplate. I mean, if I were to make a theory, I'd say that there are beings of omnipotence, and maybe one, maybe multiple. I have no idea, and I don't like to pretend to know. You know?
Yeah.
Because, like, who is to say any religion is any more or less valid than any other religion?
Yeah.
And like, I'm doing a project over the summer on this. Actually, I'm researching every single world religion, past and present.
Wow.
To the knowledge of us, and I'm seeing the major points and the similarities, because there are so many similarities between these religions. It's crazy. Okay, so like, let's break it down. There's the old world religion and there's the new world religion. Old world religion consists mainly of polytheistic ideologies. You've got like Odin and Thor and Loki, and then you've got Zeus and Poseidon, Hades, and all of that stuff. And then in new religion, after the coming of Jesus, something clearly happened there to make the world completely shift gears and believe in this one almighty God. So maybe aliens do exist in that the original old gods aren't gods, but they're aliens.
Oh, that's a fascinating take.
Because people often think about those gods as having, I'm doing air quotes, as having like emotions and being very human in their interactions with humans. So maybe those are the aliens, and then the true omnipotent being that controls the universe is Yahweh, is God himself.
Yeah, and you look throughout history, whenever there's any situations that people don't understand, like supernatural powers, people describe them as like gods or something like that. What if these are, aliens that they saw, or aliens that they interacted with, and these were the gods. These were people who provided us with certain powers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We talked about
wild.
this in the Revelation episode a little bit. The hornet sounds
Oh, right.
possibly being a helicopter. Like, they sound very similar.
Mm-hmm.
Just a crazy thing to think about,
Yeah. I know in the 60 Minutes episode that aired this past Sunday, one of the pilots interviewed discusses how there's this area close to like training headquarters near Virginia Beach that is highly populated with UFOs, unidentified flying objects. And the interviewer asked how often he saw them, and he said every day for years.
Ooh, that's tough.
Yeah.
And it's just Jeff going on his like morning coffee run to Starbucks.
Yeah.
Just Jeff the alien just going down to
Yeah.
Starbucks.
Speaking on Revelation, not to get too deep into this, or not
Get
to talk
deep
about,
into this. Let's
not
do
to
it.
talk
Come
about
on now.
the end of the world, but I was thinking,
Okay.
like, Revelation, like I've researched it, I've gone through it.
Ooh.
Like you can see, you can see the notice of countries in the last days. You can see like people, like countries like such as like Italy, like Israel, like these Middle Eastern countries, some of these European countries. You never really hear anything of like North America when you think of like the last days. So
Great point.
Except the Mayan calendar,
that is true.
which was wrong. So
I
can't
mean,
really.
I mean, like, I'm just thinking of like different points. Like, what if there is aliens? What if this is like, I don't know. Maybe I feel like in the last days, America will be something else. There'll be a completely different America. If there is still an America.
Yeah. So
That's really fascinating.
if we're gonna get into America, let's get into America. Let's get into the past 2 years of absolute insanity perpetrated by this country. Why don't we get into that a little bit, right?
We're gonna talk about that.
Where to begin?
COVID has not helped. at all.
COVID did not help. No.
Let's see. What happened 2 years ago? What year was that? 2019 now.
Yeah. Oh wow. Yeah.
Okay. 2019 now. Let's see. What big happened in 2019?
Not 2019, but 2020. George
2020
Floyd.
was a gigantic year.
Yeah.
But I feel like there has to be something that like kind of kicked it off. First off, we started the year out crazy with Kobe's death.
That's true. Oh.
Oh, was that
yeah.
2019 or 2020?
That was 2020.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was That started the year
That
off with a
rocked
bang.
people.
That did.
Yeah.
That really rocked people. California was
Yeah.
crazy for a while.
Oh, with wildfires too.
Yes.
Oy vey.
I mean, if we're really to trace this back, we can go all the way to 2016.
Well, we could.
Harambe. That. You thought I was gonna say something different.
Yeah, I was going something completely different with that.
Warriors blew a 3-1 lead.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Cavs win the championship.
That's when the world started going crazy. When the
2016
Cavs won the championship.
2016 is the year the world changed. Can we I love that the entire internet agrees that 2016 was the year
Yes.
that the entire world went crazy. Orange Man was elected. We've got the Orange. We've got Harambe, which is obviously the catalyst for all of the crazy things that happened. Like, that's the turning point, let's be honest.
Mm-hmm.
And then, like, 2017, 2018, you know.
Calm years.
The Browns are better since then.
The Browns.
Oh my
This is
gosh.
how. Okay, we're in
So
a
much
parallel
has
universe
changed.
simply because the Browns are good. That
Yeah.
doesn't happen
Yes.
in any universe. That's
Yeah.
crazy. That is crazy. The Browns are good.
The world had to be turned upside down for the Browns to make it to the playoffs.
Literally.
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 It's a bigger plan.
And I think they're feared now. I don't
They
think
are.
people look at the schedule and the same anymore. when
20
the
and
Browns
0.
are on there.
20 and 0 season.
Hey,
Am I hearing 20 and 0
count me in.
season Super Bowl?
Season?
Come on.
Yeah.
Champions?
Let's go. Is that how many games it would take? 20?
16 regular season, 4 playoff, right?
Oh, they added the 17th game.
21 and 0.
21 and 0.
That just makes it better. That just makes one more victory. I mean, come on now.
Yes, hey.
And we've got a legendary schedule. We've got who are we playing on?
We're playing the
Halloween?
Packers on Christmas, I know that.
Packers on Christmas
Packers
Day.
on Christmas.
Steelers
Chiefs
on
opener.
Christmas. Chiefs opener.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Yeah.
And then,
A Halloween game. A Halloween and a Christmas game. How cool is that?
That's
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah. So
I
Browns
can't
are
wait.
killing it, you
Yeah.
know. Man. So back on the subject of America,
Yes.
let's get right to it. George Floyd.
I was
All
about
of the
to-
political stuff. I mean, we did an episode about this over the summer. Let's start off with the craziest thing to happen, all right? George Floyd.
George Floyd. Personally, okay. So, I go to a very like, I'm not gonna say one-minded, but it's a very conservative school. And so we have a class. It's called leadership class, and sometimes we have people come in from other like outside to like talk to us about leadership. What would be biblical leadership? What would be like manly leadership?
Right.
And I feel like
That's cool.
I got perspectives. I got 2 different perspectives, both from police officers.
Okay.
One police officer had the perspective of if respect is given, respect is only earned. If a person's not completely following what a police officer is doing, then it's just whatever happens to them happens to them. And the other officer, an older officer, was under the impression that as a police officer, you have a job to do. Your job is not to terrorize people. Your job is not to hurt anybody. Your job is to protect your citizens. And your job is to, like, you have 2 jobs, protect your citizens and make sure everyone's following the law.
Right.
If you're not doing both of those things simultaneously, you're failing your job. If you're protecting someone else from, like, breaking the law, but you're hurting your citizen in the process, you're not doing your job as a police officer. Right. Same if you're letting your citizen like do whatever they want and they're not obeying the law, you're not doing your job as a police officer. You have to be doing both at the same time in order for you to be doing your job as a cop. And this was one of the perspectives I really looked at was there are a lot of people I personally feel in the police force. First off, I'd like to say I personally feel like to be a police officer is one of the hardest jobs in America, especially nowadays. And I have, even as a African American teen growing up, I have a lot of respect for people who can put their life on the line for the love of their country, the love of their city.
Right.
But at the same time, we have a lot of police officers who are in this system, a lot of police officers who are holding guns and patrolling the streets, who I feel like do not have the maturity and do not have the self-control to be having the positions that they have.
Mm-hmm.
There are a lot of people that instead of coming into a situation with like the mindset of, okay, let me get this job done, let's make sure everyone's okay, make sure everyone's safe, they go to a feared mindset. And when you have the fear in your mind when you go into a situation fearing for your life and you have a gun, once you feel like any sort of threat, once you feel any sort of anxiety, you're going to use that gun regardless. So if I'm going up to a car and as a police officer, I see a middle-aged black male, and I say, okay, I'm scared because he might have a gun, he might be associated with a gang, he might do this, that, and the other. I'm going to go in that situation a lot differently and a lot more aggressive, a lot more hand on my trigger than I would, say, like a 90-year-old white woman.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's something that needs to be addressed in the hiring process.
Right.
Like putting police on the street. If you look at a lot of these cases in the past with police brutality, like in Cleveland, Ohio, Tamir Rice, a 12-year-old boy who was shot. If you look at the officer who shot him, that officer was fired previously from an Ohio police department. There are plenty of
Was he really?
Yeah, he
I
was.
didn't know that.
He was an officer that was already fired from, I believe it might have been Garfield Heights, somewhere around that area. There is so many things that I feel like police forces overlook in the hiring process. Because both of these police officers, they'll tell you, the police hiring process is just tests. If you can pass this test on paper, you're good to go. If you can get higher than a 60 on this test, you're good to go.
Huh.
And what that does,
That's pretty flawed.
exactly, what that does, okay, you know the law, but do you know how to handle this job? Do you know how to handle this gun? Do you have the social awareness and the self-control to maintain yourself when you're going to be having to save a 4-year-old child from someone with a gun? Are you going to have the self-control to go into a situation, not weapons drawn, but calmly talk somebody off of a bridge?
Right.
There's so many things that I feel like are overlooked because, oh, you have to know the law and then you're good. Oh, you love your country, then you're good. Oh, you know the Constitution, then you're good. And instead, we need to pull back and say, hey, this is how you need to deal with each situation.
It's like the difference between memorization and experience in a field.
Yes.
Yeah.
That was said so profoundly and so maturely
Beautifully.
with
Thank
such
you.
great balance that, wow, Gardiah. Do you remember the power clap?
The power clap?
Power clap on 3, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, there we go.
Yes.
Elect DJ and William for the future leadership of this country.
President's
Yes.
right here.
Yes,
Yeah.
sir. President and Vice President
Yeah.
2040. Let's do it.
Speaking of which, do we still have like clubs? Like does Mr. Knight still do like diversity club and stuff
Yes.
like that?
Yeah,
Yes.
absolutely.
Clubs are still in session
Yes.
during COVID.
We
Well-
still have clubs.
Yeah.
The majority of clubs are still around. We had mock trial. We had UN. We
Yeah.
had
Oh,
Green and
yes,
Gold.
sir.
We had Green and
We got
Gold
Green and
Radio.
Gold
Radio
Yes,
right
sir.
here.
We had
That's what's up.
SCTV. William in the Commons. Come on now.
This is nice. This is nice.
Yeah.
Fishing club is new.
I had this fedora on for the most
Fishing
of
club?
William in the Commons. I mean,
Yeah,
come on
William
now.
has a new style this year.
Yeah,
Fresh
fedoras.
style.
Fedoras.
And then, as you said, fishing club,
Fishing club.
killer club. Come
Let's
on
go.
now. Let's go.
Haven't gone out fishing yet, but we're getting there.
But it's theoretical, okay? It's like
Yeah,
it's
there's
like
so
Sheldon.
much to learn.
It's like Sheldon in Big Bang Theory. Like he learned to swim through Wikipedia. He doesn't need to go
Yeah.
in the water, okay?
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
We're teaching kids how to cast with a fly rod, with a bait caster, with a regular rod. It's fun.
Yes.
It's fun.
Just catch freshmen in
And
the
we're
Kale
telling
Center.
stories. Yeah, yeah, seriously.
Dangle eclairs off
Yeah.
a thing in the Kale Center, and you'll catch freshmen. I swear.
How's that?
That's
How's that
hysterical.
new lunchroom?
Oh, I gotta take you down to the Commons.
Oh, you have to.
After this episode,
have to.
dude, it is so cool. The old lunchroom is this weird decommissioned haunted. It's literally haunted. It's haunted now.
Like it's just
I'm
empty?
convinced. I'm convinced it's haunted.
So it's just like an empty room.
It's
and
completely empty.
Wow.
I'm convinced it's haunted.
Is there still a lunchroom down there, or is it just empty?
It's unused.
It's a
Oh,
big
wow.
old
Yeah.
room. I assume they use it for band, but like besides that, it's just a big old room, and it's yeah, Casper's down there. Casper the ghost.
Yeah. Do you remember where you would pick up food?
Yes.
That's just so. That's one of the weirder parts of that unpurposed room now. Is just like there used to be so many people who spent so much time right there,
Yeah.
and now it's just like kind of. I don't want to call it cluttered, but it's kind of cluttered.
It's cluttered. You
and
can
it's
say cluttered.
Like, all
It's
the
very
lights
cluttered.
are off, and it's like, what? This place is dead.
But is that still like the entrance way you have to go like to get to the locker rooms? So like you still have to go through there, or do they have a new
You
one?
can cut through there.
I don't think you're supposed to.
You,
Oh.
well,
I
you're
don't
not
think you're
supposed to,
allowed
but you
to.
can
Yeah.
physically go through there.
Right. I think,
You're not supposed to, but you
you
can.
could. You could.
Oh, there's a new stairwell down the Hall of Fame hallway
Oh,
into the Student
yeah.
Activity Center.
They were making that during our gym class. You remember?
yeah.
Because
Oh,
the
really?
sparks were
Yeah.
flying and stuff almost caught
They
on
had-
fire. That was
Oh
awesome.
yeah, I remember that. The
Yeah.
start, one of the outlets started just sparking in the middle of gym.
That's
Dude.
why Gardiah got bodied. He was looking at.
I was looking at the sparks.
Yeah,
and
he was looking at the
Chance
outlet.
just came and took me out, man.
Bang.
Bro, Chance is so big. Like,
Chance.
I talked with him the other
He's
day.
really strong.
Dude, like you always see him on Instagram and on the
Oh, yeah, I've seen
posters
him,
all
I've seen
around
him.
the school, and you think, yeah, that guy's a decent size. And then you walk up to him and you're like, oh my God, you're a
Yeah.
full grown man. You are you're a
crazy.
giant.
Is
He's
he,
gotten
is
really
he,
big
Is
this
he even
year.
a senior yet?
No,
Oh,
he's
wow.
a rising senior.
He's a junior.
Oh
now.
yeah,
Yeah,
Oh,
Wow.
yeah, man.
dude.
Big body.
Big body.
There's a set of freshmen. We were talking about
The
them
Armstrong
earlier.
twins,
The Armstrong
yes.
twins. Deontay and Devontae, and they're both probably 6'4".
Wow.
I'm pretty sure they can bench 250.
They're like mini Maliks.
Wow.
And they look like grown men. They don't have baby faces.
Yeah.
Did
they're
they, get him,
just
did they get
ballers.
him here for football, basketball? Or they just
I
come?
think both. And
Oh,
the most
wow.
beautiful piece is that they're amazing human beings.
Oh, they're so awesome. I had health class with them early in the first semester. Just the nicest guys you could ever meet.
Oh yeah,
Just awesome.
yeah. I've really taken pleasure in teaching Devontae this year. Great young man.
Yeah.
So, is this school you go to now, Gardiah? Is it all boys? Is it co-ed?
It's co-ed.
Okay.
I will say, though,
Drama.
yes, there's a lot of drama, and it's
Really?
a very small school, so drama gets, around really
Ah.
Oh God.
How small are we talking?
quickly. The entire school is 200, less
Okay.
than 200.
Hey, that's great though for individualized.
Oh, yes, it's amazing for individualized learning.
Yeah.
But personally, for me, I'm not used to that.
Yeah.
And then a lot of these teachers, I don't feel like they really I don't know. It's just the teachers are usually just alumni from that school that come back.
Oh, okay.
So I don't feel
You
like
say to the alumni at the school that came back to the school we went to.
yeah,
But I'm
it's
like,
just-
yeah, or like if they're all alumni.
they're just all alumni.
Just
Yeah.
hey, I'm just joshing. I'm just kidding.
Alright,
No,
it's
no,
just
it'll work.
it's just I can understand if you love your school, but I mean these kids, they don't even have teaching degrees. I mean they
Oh.
graduate.
Oh well, that's different.
Yeah, I
That's
mean
different.
they graduate, they go to college for 2 years to become a doctor, and then to get money to finish for college, they come back teach at the school, and then they leave
Huh.
out. So one that leaves a very inconsistent staff,
Oh, that's frustrating.
and teachers that don't really have experience teaching.
Hmm. Yeah. What are you involved in there?
I'm basically involved in everything.
Yeah.
We just had to play Willy Wonka
Oh,
Jr.
nice.
Grandpa Joe. I
Yeah.
played soccer for the first time for a team.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Let's
I played-
go.
I played basketball this year. Let's see. Yeah, I did. What else did I do?
That's a lot already.
That is a lot.
You do everything.
There was a lot. Yeah, there was something else.
You
I
also
forgot.
teach at the school. The
Yeah, I'm
little
also
known
a
fact. You also teach.
teacher.
You're also the principal. You're an administrator.
I
you know.
live there too.
Yes.
It's just, but yeah, it's a nice school. I like it. There's no diversity.
Yeah.
There's 2 African American students in the whole high school, and it's me and my sister.
Oh.
And so yeah,
Really?
it's not the best for diversity, but I will say the people are really nice. And that, as I said, it's a conservative school, but it's still they're nice people.
Yeah.
They're still really
Yeah.
nice people.
Yeah.
So I do appreciate that. And then I just feel I don't know, it's very political. And then also in the sense of not just political on actual politics, but all these kids, they've grown up to with each other, and they all go to the same church. So it's I guess you can tell there's people the teachers, favorite, and then they don't really get in trouble.
It's a closed community. If you
Yes, it is a closed community.
Mm-hmm.
And if you're not part of that, closed community, we call it the cabal. But if you're not part of the cabal, then you just, yeah, you're not in luck.
I don't know what this means.
It's
Cabal's a term in Islam. I know that.
It is. There's this show. there's this.
Wait, can I guess? Is it what's it called? I don't know the show. Tell me the show.
There's a show called Blacklist, right? It's the show James Spader. It's the show I based basically my entire style off of: fedora, trench coat,
Oh,
etc.
you told me about this.
Yeah, And in the show, there's a not undercover, like it's a dark community. Shadow government. Shadow government is what I was going for. There's a shadow government called the Cabal.
Yes.
And like I immediately thought of that when you said it. That's
what it is.
And you watched the show too.
I've never seen the show.
You have to see the show.
We talked about this, like me and like a few of my friends. Like we're all in the same grade, so all the 10th graders we're outside the Cabal. But one of my friends, Gabe, like apparently he watches the show and he came and he's like, guys, it's literally the Cabal, and he explained everything. And we sat down and we thought about it. It was the Cabal, like the principal and his wife. They kind of like had everything, and then they're related to the pastors of the church. And then the pastor's kids, they go to the school. And then the principal's like nephews, they go to the school, and they all have friends that have been at the church their whole lives. So they're all kind of like interconnected.
Okay. It's literally the Cabal.
It's the Cabal, and it's just all big government that runs.
Did you even know William watches that show?
I had no idea.
Yeah.
What are the odds? That's amazing.
Yeah. It's a good show. It's a very good show.
So that's good though, EJ, that you and your friends, like you met people who already knew that they're outside of the Cabal.
Yes.
Yes.
So you guys, that's an easy way to identify with others.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Where is the school?
It's in Brooklyn.
Okay.
Off of Tiedemann Road.
Nice.
Ooh. Sometime we should. That's right near like my favorite espresso place, Coffee.
Coffee.
That's its name.
It's literally called Coffee. I know the owner. Best espresso ever.
Really?
Different than freshman year. I've adapted the policy of don't sleep and just function purely off of caffeine.
Okay, that sounds healthy.
It's very healthy. I don't know if you know Mark Hauptman, but he specifically wrote an essay about how it's not healthy for you just because I do it. So that was fun to read.
Man, what was your policy freshman year?
Freshman year,
get some sleep.
I didn't have work. Like I took no honors classes freshman year. I didn't have a podcast. I didn't. Class council wasn't really a huge thing. It was just basically the most chill. I had so much free time. I didn't need to drink espresso. So. That's a recent policy, if you will.
Just had to crack my back.
Yeah.
This just became an ASMR segment.
Yeah. So we got a little off topic.
We did.
We got a little off topic.
A little bit.
America being crazy the past 2 years.
That hasn't changed.
That has not changed.
That is still on topic.
It has not changed.
Capitol riot.
The Capitol
riot.
My Lord.
My God.
Oh, whoa. Nazi flags at the Capitol. That was crazy.
And the disconnect between the reaction of like the Black Lives Matter protests and the Capitol riots it was just.
Yeah.
It was kind of upsetting to see.
And I remember, it was incredibly upsetting.
I remember talking to like one of the people that go to the school, and they were like, when talking about the Black Lives Matter rallies, it's like, oh, they're destroying our city, they're ruining our country, this, that, and the other. But then when it's the Capitol riot, it's like, oh, it just shows they're very passionate about what they
protesting.
believe. They're just
like,
protesting.
They're
just upset about the vote. These are good people that are just upset. And I'm sure there probably are some good, like, I'm not gonna get you wrong. Not every Trump supporter is, this horrible person. Most of them are actually really nice. But what I'm saying is when you illegally
assault the Capitol building,
breaking and entering into like the United States Capitol
with intent to, I don't know.
I'm
so glad they didn't quote unquote catch anyone.
Is that
the one guy that pulled the Mr. Barrett on Pelosi's desk. The lean back with the feet up on the desk. I call it the Mr. Barrett because that's like whenever I walk into his room, that's it never fails.
I guess I do.
Yes,
I do that a lot.
It is the funniest. I mean, like, just some of the pictures from that. There was a dude in Viking gear.
Bro.
Like, what? I'm a fan of fan fiction, but like not like that. Not like that.
He parked his UFO outside.
Definitely had to.
He parked his.
There's our alien.
Yes.
Yeah, Gardiah, you hit it on the nose. I remember seeing like a photo comparison. I think it was a BLM protest around the Capitol, not even in the Capitol, around the Capitol over last summer, and like SWAT was lined up shoulder to shoulder, elbow to elbow.
Yep.
In like full, it's not even riot gear. It looks like it's militarized. It's and then, the poor Capitol Police Force, who had no support.
No support.
Just
He's
like
getting trampled
what's his name? Not James Spader. The mall cop. Mall cops.
Paul Blart.
Paul Blart. There it is.
Paul
The
Blart.
mall cops.
Yeah.
They had mall cops defending from actual rioters.
Yeah, I
Like-
love that movie.
It's such a good movie.
That's a great movie.
You've got one situation of people peacefully protesting and getting tear gassed, and then you've got people violently breaking into the Capitol, and nothing is done about it. Like, that's just, it's not okay, but it's how America handles everything.
And that's a hot topic, especially right now, because
Very hot.
there's a,
Boiling.
yeah, I think it's a commission report is being organized, like as we speak. It just passed through Pelosi, but now I think Republicans are trying to shut it down. Like Mitch McConnell is questionable about whether or not they're going to look into it, because it would be a commission report similar to that of the 9/11 commission report. Like, let's look into this and take a serious look at who we are, how we responded, how this happened, and where we can go from here. And if politicians don't even want to do that, it's like, what?
That's a scary thought.
Yeah. I mean, put politics aside and consider human dignity. That's the other thing, too. Like,
I see it flying around. Do you guys see the fly?
wait, is there a flying
Let me know when it lands. I've got.
Oh, he went crazy.
Have you guys been looking at it the last couple minutes?
Yes,
I was paying
We haven't been paying
Yeah.
attention. I haven't been.
I was like watching your eyes, and I was like, is somebody out there?
No.
'Cause I have my back to the door, but it's a fly.
But y'all want to talk about aliens? Mitch McConnell is literally a reptile in human skin. I almost got it. I almost got
wow.
it.
You really...
That was so
That was a
close.
good throw.
That was a great
That was
throw.
so close.
If we're talking about aliens and politics,
Yes.
President Biden has been concerning me recently.
Okay, let's hear it. Why?
So there are plenty of videos, and I know he's getting up there in age, but there's plenty of interviews.
All of our presidents have
Yes,
been up
they're
there.
very, and I feel like that's another problem, but that's a later topic.
Yeah.
There are videos of like President Biden. I don't know if he's just reading this off like a teleprompter, but there was a video where he was walking past like soldiers, and instead of saluting the soldiers, he said like the phrase like salute the soldiers. And like there was another one where he was like with his wife, and he just said, "Hello, I'm Joe Biden's. I'm President Biden's wife. We're now introduced." So I don't know if he's reading a teleprompter. He doesn't know. I don't know if there's someone like maybe in his ear telling him what to do, and he doesn't comprehend it.
I mean, there's always someone in their ear.
Yes,
Like,
but I'm just very concerned because I feel like President Biden's being used for someone else's agenda.
interesting.
Hot take.
Because
Interesting.
I feel like okay, it was already established the public did not like Trump.
Yeah. Yep. You're right. You
Yes,
are right
the
about
public
that.
Did not like Trump.
You are right about that.
So they gave the public this lovable grandpa figure
yeah.
against Trump.
Yeah.
So it was a lot of these, really strong Trump supporters versus like the rest of the public.
yeah.
And so, okay, Biden wins.
Mm-hmm.
I don't feel like Biden at this point in his life even has enough knowledge of like politics or what's going on to really even understand like anything.
Yeah.
There's been so many examples. Like, I'm not trying to, get on this man because of old age, but I really don't think like he even knows what year he's in. So we send that.
I'm a Bernie
into-
guy myself, so I get where you're
like,
coming
I
from.
just feel like personally, like he doesn't know what's going on.
Yeah.
Like I just feel he doesn't know what he's doing.
I mean, at least he's handling COVID pretty well.
He
Like,
is.
I mean,
But
I get what
honestly,
you're saying,
yeah,
but like at least
he's handling it well,
COVID pretty well.
But I feel like that's also not him. Like I feel like
Ooh,
it's his
he's a puppet.
board. Yeah, I feel like he's just. That's what I'm
Yeah.
trying to say. I feel like he's just a puppet.
He's a
for other
marionette, if
people.
you will.
Yes,
Hmm.
to be used to other people.
That makes sense. Which begs the question: are all presidents really just puppets for something bigger?
Ooh.
I mean, if Donald Trump was a puppet, he did a pretty good job of acting stupid.
That's what
I'm just.
I'm being honest though. I feel like Trump would be one of the presidents that wouldn't have been a puppet. Like it's just I think I look
Yeah.
at like people's mindsets. I don't feel like Obama would have been a puppet to anyone just because no one really liked Obama. Like he was
just awesome.
Yeah, he was like I feel like he was like he was like a good president, but like I just feel like no one really he was just kind of there until he got out of office. That's
Yeah.
when people started realizing.
That's fair.
And then with Trump, it was like okay, no one liked Trump, but Trump was in control of what he said. Trump said what he thought. Trump did what he thought.
He
and
did
just-
whatever he wanted. There was
whatever
no
came-
filter on
Whatever
this man.
came to Trump's head, he said it. And it
It's
was
huge. It's absolutely tremendous. Kevin Webster does the most incredible Trump impression I have ever heard. This man will straight up look me dead ass in the eye and be like, and just say the most ridiculous thing in a Trump impression.
And you just lose it.
I'll be on the floor. I will be dying of laughter.
Trump impressions are the best.
It's just so easy to all you got to do is throw your voice down like this, and you've got a New Yorker accent, right? And then you've got a huge, absolutely tremendous
China.
It's just such an easy accent to do bad that when there's a really, really good one, like Kevin, and there's a kid called Colin Wheeler, shout out, also very good at this. It's just hilarious. But making fun of Trump is such low-hanging fruit, but it'll just remain funny. It will just remain funny.
Yeah.
Low-hanging fruit.
It's
Yeah,
such
I think for a
low-hanging
long
fruit,
time.
but like the low-hanging fruit is delicious. Like I don't think it'll stop being funny anytime soon. I'm just saying.
That is true.
My gosh.
Oh, I wish I had another tissue box. It's right on that ledge. It's right there.
That's a big fly.
That is
too.
a huge fly.
That fly's got to be like 8 days old. This thing has lived a long,
That's
good
a long
life.
life for a fly. That is a very long life for a fly.
It is beefy.
Like chunky.
Yeah, I don't know what it's
chunky
eating
boy.
in this room, but
Oh my lord.
Man.
Yeah, what can it even eat?
it's
in
been
here?
feasting in this room. That fly is huge.
We have some ghosts.
Wait,
here
has
in
anyone
here.
checked on the pizza?
Uh-oh.
Oh.
Oh.
There might be some pictures missing off the wall. The fly just might be fully consuming.
This
my
man just
gosh.
dive bombed my head. Okay, so minor fly crisis, everybody. We are fine.
It's not Mike Pence flying head level crisis.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Here he
image.
is in a serious speech within the debate,
Dude.
and everyone at home on TV is like, "Oh my god, that's a fly on his head.
It's a fly.
It's not moving." Oh, that was crazy.
They're drones. They're government drones.
Yeah.
I'm kidding.
No, that's
I felt bad. Like his whole speech, everything was just overshadowed by an insect.
the fly. Yeah.
The fly.
I have no idea what he said.
And half a
Just
centimeter
a fly on his
insect.
head.
People
Yeah.
talk about how much Democrat politicians have done. That fly's done more for the Democratic Party than half of them. I gotta be honest with you.
Yes.
Oh my gosh, that's funny.
That fly's a legend.
So what are you guys doing this summer?
I want to work. I'm planning on having a job.
Good.
Planning on having a job.
Good for you.
Yeah.
Get some cash.
Yes.
Yes.
Money.
Some experience.
I got
That's
one.
awesome.
We did this joke. You were lifting off the people in my film production that I'm doing, and you said 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I went into that
6,
1,
7,
2,
8
3
M's
in my bank account. Oh god.
Yeah. 21 Savage, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm making a movie, couple of movies. The
Okay.
Williams Cinematic Universe
Okay.
debuting this summer.
Okay.
Some other
go.
IB film guys. That'll be pretty fun, you know.
Okay.
Will that count for credit, or is that just for fun?
I'm just doing it for fun. If I get credit for it, though, I'm not going to complain.
Yeah, right.
So yeah, and then I'm taking an internship, possibly at PBS, doing a little
What?
film
Oh,
internship.
wow.
Possibly, I don't know.
Oh, wow.
Let me hit this real quick.
Yes, sir.
Wait, you memorized those? I don't even
No,
know.
I
what
just
half of
hit a
these are.
random one. I'm
That
lucky.
was such luck.
I'm lucky it wasn't
That was
this.
incredible.
Or
I was so happy it
yeah,
wasn't
that would
that
have
one.
been bad.
Oh, I
Nothing
gotta-
funny
I gotta-
about Williams' internship. Why are people laughing?
I gotta use this button more often, for jokes on here.
Yeah.
Yes.
Wait, so a PBS internship? Oh,
Possibly.
Gardiah just punched the fly. He squared up to it.
Oh,
I honestly think you made contact.
that's 1. That's 2. That man is down. That
For
fly
the
is
count.
down. Oh,
Nope, that's not
what the? What was that?
it. There it is.
There we go.
Take
That,
that,
fly
fly.
is down for the
Yeah.
count. That's 1. That's 2. That's 3, ladies and gentlemen.
Fight's
Oh,
over.
Hands. I got hands.
oh
Hands.
my god.
Catch these hands. So a PBS internship?
Possibly.
That
I'm
is-
still working out
wow.
the kinks.
That's amazing.
It may or may not happen.
That's
I don't
cool.
know. Yeah.
So if I turn on TV, no, I'm just kidding.
You'll see William Plavin Masters in a fedora in the background, just da da
Yeah.
da
David, he got
da
up.
da da.
He got away. The fly's back. Oh, no, he's mad now.
Oh, he wants work.
Yeah.
If for our listeners, Gardiah is currently squaring up with the fly. He throws a punch, misses. The fly's dodging. He's bobbing and weaving. He's going around. Oh! Ah! I thought you caught him.
I really
That
thought-
flew right at William after William thought you caught him. I'm so glad we have masks on because I just saw that thing flying in somebody's
That
mouth.
was
Wow.
weird.
Oh, that thing
Oh
is
my
so
God.
thick too. That
The
would not
fly.
be good.
Ah.
Oh my lord.
Jeez. Gardiah, where do you want to work this summer?
Mitchell's Ice Cream.
Yes, sir.
So I was talking to one of the managers. Bro, minimum wage has raised so much.
yes.
They said if I work in the kitchen as a 16-year-old, I start at $16 an hour.
What? I'm about to go to
Really?
Mitchell's
Go to
Ice
work
Cream.
at
Oh my
Mitchell's.
lord.
Everyone,
That's
I'm
awesome.
helping you out. Work at Mitchell's Ice Cream, Ohio City, this summer. They need people that
Oh
bad.
my god.
Wow.
$16 an hour.
$16 an hour.
Oh, are you talking about the big kitchen
Oh yeah,
at Mitchell's?
yes.
I'm
The
going
one
to
that you can
Mitchell's.
peek through the windows and see?
Yeah. The factory.
Oh,
yeah.
it's so
It
good
smells
to eat
so
ice cream
delicious.
and then watch
Ah.
people work there. It's so cool. So you just got hooked to being Joe from Willy Wonka, or Grandpa Joe
Yeah.
from Willy Wonka, and now you want to get back there.
Yeah.
That's awesome, dude. Turn on PBS, listen to William, make some ice cream.
Some ice cream.
Yeah.
Be all
Let's
good.
go.
Yes.
Let's go.
Yes.
How?
So-
We have 5 days of school left.
Oh my god. And may
Sorry.
I say, good riddance to this year. I just gotta say that.
Good riddance.
No,
Amen.
nothing,
Amen.
nothing bad towards anyone.
Nothing bad. Just we need.
But
we're
you all
done.
know who you are.
We're
Nothing
done.
bad towards anyone, but like this year, that's enough. It's enough of this.
I know.
Yeah.
It's enough of this.
Yeah, let's put this year. Let's put it to rest.
So like this year, this podcast.
Oh snap! I didn't mean that. I didn't mean for that to happen. We gotta go get this fly though.
We gotta go get this fly. We gotta eat some pizza. It's
Yeah.
been.
I gotta
like
take
an
a
hour.
tour of the school.
We
Yeah,
gotta
you
take
do.
on a tour. So like this year, this podcast, this incredible first season of Green and Gold Radio is coming to a close
Is-
with the two best guys I could
Wow.
possibly have.
Thank you.
I
I'm
second
honored.
right
that.
next
Two
to
best
me.
guys I could possibly
I,
have. sitting
I
Incredible.
third that. I think that's a thing,
Third.
right? I third
Yeah,
that.
that's
I third that.
Thirded.
Yes.
Yeah.
They're
thirded it.
I don't know.
Let's go.
I thirst.
Yeah. So, I am William Plavin Masters,
I am Mr. Barrett.
And I'm Gardiah Johnson.
and we are signing off on season 1. Season 2 is right around the corner.